What if instead of spending your days hunting leads, those leads were hunting you? Today, I want to share with you how I organically create an endless flow of leads into my business in 30 minutes or less a day without ever doing ads. Hey, I'm Jenn Goodall, and I help network marketers become magnetic and attract the business of their dreams. Now, let's dive right in. The biggest mistake I see network marketers make is treating everybody like they're a prospect. They're taking a shotgun approach, making a 100-person list, asking everybody they know if they want to buy the product or join the business, and ultimately hoping and praying that somebody's going to say yes. There's a few problems with this approach. First, high rejection rate. When you treat everybody like a prospect, obviously, many of them are not going to be interested, if not most. The second thing is, it's very selfish. When you reach out to somebody randomly without knowing if they even have a problem that they need solved, it's all about you. And as a result, it leaves a bad taste in people's mouths, and it's kind of why network marketing gets a bad name. So here are 3 steps to becoming the hunted instead of the hunter. The first thing you need to do is figure out who exactly your ideal prospect is. Are you speaking to men or women? What age group are they in? Are they professionals, or are you speaking to stay-at-home moms? The most important thing you need to know is what specific problems is this group of people facing? So for example, do they want to lose weight? Are they lacking in energy? Do they wish they could spend less time at work and more time home with their family? What specifically is the problem that they're looking to solve? You may have heard this before. People don't buy products, they don't buy services. They buy solutions to their problems. If you're having a hard time figuring out who your ideal prospect is, not to worry, I have a hint for you. It's you before you found your product or your opportunity. When you find the right person who's experiencing a very specific pain in their life, these are the people that are most likely to want to buy your product or join your team. Step number 2 is you need to figure out where in the world your ideal prospect is hanging out. If you're out in the world and you happen to meet some people who have the specific problems that you can solve and they happen to share it with you, great. Absolutely take the opportunity to share. Most network marketing companies focus primarily on in-person connections to build their business. As we know, when you meet someone in person, it is more powerful. The problem is, how often are you actually going out into the world and meeting people that fit your ideal prospect's definition? Sure, if you're in health and wellness, could you join a gym or a Zumba class and spend a lot of time in these places so that you're more likely to meet these types of people? You could, but who has time for that? And that's going to start to look and feel a lot like hunting. And remember, we want to become the hunted. So where could you go where billions of people are hanging out every day? The internet. In this next point, I'm going to break down the specific actions that you can take to start attracting these prospects to you on autopilot every day. If you're getting value from this video, definitely tap the like button and consider subscribing. And if you want to become magnetic even faster, I have a free bootcamp resource for you. It's a 5-day video series. I've linked it right down below in the description. So you definitely want to check that out. Step number 3 is the daily actions to start attracting your ideal prospects like a magnet. We know our ideal prospects are spending their time online. So how do we get in front of them? Through powerful content. I like to think of the process as sort of like fishing. Before you go fishing, you got to get yourself prepared. You get your tackle box ready. You get your fishing line all hooked into your fishing rod, and you think about what spots on the lake am I going to go to where I know that my fish are hanging out. So now we're out on the lake, and it's time to cast our rod out there in the form of content, and we're just going to let that sit out there, and that is going to work for us all day long. So what does a powerful piece of content look like anyway? The most powerful tool that we have to capture the attention of our ideal prospect is through storytelling. Even as kids, we love stories. When we grow up, we love to watch a favorite show on Netflix or a favorite movie. And if that movie is based on true events, we love it even more. Storytelling is your secret power. So the first thing you want to do in creating a powerful story is starting with a hook or something that's going to grab their attention. This can be in the form of a really powerful image or maybe a little video or boomerang and or a phrase that hooks their attention so they stop the scroll. You might write a little hook phrase that says something like, I looked in the mirror and I couldn't believe my eyes. Now that's creating curiosity. They're going to go, well, what did you see? I have to read more. That's a great hook. After you've created a really good hook, the second thing you want to do is create relatedness with the person reading the post. And you do that by sharing the problem that you were facing because we connect with other human beings through being vulnerable and our problems. The last part is you want to tell them how you feel as a result of this problem being solved. You might share that your confidence is through the roof. You feel amazing because you look better and you haven't felt this good in decades. A story can be really short, it can be a little bit longer, but you can get creative with it and try different approaches. But ultimately, storytelling is definitely a very, very powerful tool to attract your ideal prospects to you. Quick hint, if you're not good at remembering all these stories and you're having trouble coming up with new ones, keep a running list of stories, maybe in the notes section of your phone, so that you always have a slew of stories that you can go back to when you need them. Now, another kind of powerful piece of content that you could use to attract your ideal prospects to you is through adding value. Value comes in the form of entertainment. It could be inspiration, perhaps again in the form of a story, and also in education. So if you might teach them something, and that is going to be very powerful because they're going to be really attracted to you as an authority figure. At the end of your post, you always want to remember to have a call to action. And this can be a call to action just for some simple engagement, like liking or sharing the post, or leaving a comment if they're interested. The comment can be in the form of an emoji or a specific word to let you know that they want more information. What this does is a couple things. One, of course, it lets you know they're interested so you can reach out and follow up. Number two, it creates a little bit of FOMO because now other people are seeing them commenting and showing interest, which is really key. And then the third and really the most powerful part is that it boosts the algorithm so that the platform knows to push that post out to even more people because engagement equals high levels of interest, and that's what the platforms want to see. So a really great piece of content should only take you between about 15 and 20 minutes to create. And then what I want you to do is repurpose that content so that it is showing up on multiple platforms. Do the work once, let it work for you in big, big ways. That should take you maybe 5 or 10 minutes. So all in all, the total time that it should take you on a day-to-day basis is less than 30 minutes. And that's going to help you attract an endless flow of incredible leads. So depending on what platforms you're using, you want to repurpose everywhere that you possibly can to get the greatest level of reach on your content. If you're posting on Facebook or Instagram, you want to post to the feed. You want to post in Reels and also in your stories. You can post on Snapchat, Twitter, YouTube, just like this. You might repurpose a reel into a YouTube short. You might film a long form video just like this one to post it on YouTube as well. There's all kinds of different platforms that you can leverage to repurpose. Pinterest is another one. Now, let's say you post on 7 different platforms the same piece of content. That is working hard for you. And maybe you only get 100 or so views on each one. But if you have 7 platforms and 100 views, that's 700 eyeballs on your content every day. Now, of course, not all of these people are going to be leads necessarily, but let's just be conservative and say 1% of the 700 eyeballs are within your target audience and become a lead for you. That's 7 new leads every day, and that's just the beginning. Now, here's the thing. Not all of these leads that you're collecting each day are going to be ready to buy right now. The average lead takes anywhere between 5 and 12 touches before they're actually ready to pull the trigger. So, what do you do with these leads once you've attracted them into your world? For strategies to help you to nurture those relationships with the leads that you are collecting, then definitely click on this next video because I teach you how to build really powerful know, like, and trust so that you can close even more sales and have more people join your team.